Alright, welcome to our first game of Monday Night Starbow number 22. Ziphius is coughing. Don't worry about him. He's alright. He'll survive. He'll be okay. In the top right corner, your teal Protoss player playing all of the heroes in the game. It's Scuttlebug.
I'll let Zephyrs recover for a little bit after that nice little coughing escapade. Up in the top left-hand corner, we have the red Terran player. It is Jams.
Woo! Jams.
I think I caught the black lung.
That coal mine in Ziff.
Yes.
You know, you really shouldn't do that. That's not really an after-school activity. Like,
you know,
it's not in a
some people have some hobbies though. It's really hard to quit. You know, I got that coal mining addiction going. It's really hard to stop once you get started.
They say it's
Have you
dangerous.
considered like iron mining instead, something that won't destroy your lungs as terribly?
Right?
Yeah, or just uranium.
Yeah, uranium's good.
Yeah, that's more the
what's the worst that can happen? You know.
Like, you won't be coughing after a little bit. That's for sure.
That is true. It's a very good point. So we're gonna have close positions. Actually, really close. I don't know. Is there a difference between left, right, and up, down on positions there?
As far as like rush distance, I don't really think. Well, you know what? I think top left. I think top bottom might be a little bit further. Just looking at the map, it's a slight
looking
rectangle.
At the ramps
not
and
quite.
And the exits from the
It's
natural.
not very significant though, so.
Yeah,
No,
it's
so we
only
have to
just a
talk
little
about
bit.
something. It's the early stages of the game, so.
yeah.
Well, they're making probes and SCVs, so they know how to play a little bit of Starbow.
It is indeed.
It does make a difference in that you can take that third pocket expansion away from your opponent as opposed to towards his opponent. So it makes a difference once we get up to that stage. But for the early game, it's not really too different for each other. And of course, dropping your opponent, you can more easily drop his empty space from this spawn than you could the other way. You'd have to go around.
That's a very good point. And for anyone saying that Jams is like a really solid C rank, I'm sorry, it's just not true. He's been D rank for the longest time. He just recently got promoted to C rank, and he hasn't been playing that much. Our MMR system is really crazy, and I can't wait to get Icy Cup going here.
That'd be great. Yeah. This is the story of the Jams. I will play Jams on the ladder, and I will beat Jams, and then he'll get promoted to C.
Yes.
Even though I'm D, it's not like I'm like, oh, I got a high MMR. I beat him, he gets up to C. He loses to Ziphius the next day, goes back to D. No, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I beat him. And he goes right back
Zephyrs
up
is
to
in
C.
balance, clearly.
Yeah. No, actually, I think he might have beaten Zephyus that day. I'm not sure.
No,
it was funny, though.
That's not true.
Nobody... Zephyus is gonna win this entire tournament without dropping a map.
I think we got the only system that's worse than Blizzard's MMR system. So, we somehow managed to do that. Oh, and the new Dragoon model isn't gonna incoming pretty soon, actually.
Oh, I can't wait to see it. I do like the current one, but I'm looking forward to seeing the new one.
Yeah, it's gonna be if you look at the Dragoon right here, like the colors is like there's like little tads of blue spots everywhere, but the body is like mostly orange. But it's gonna be like the whole ring around the middle is gonna be blue in the middle there, if that makes sense.
That's
like
cool.
It's in Dragoon. Yeah,
I like anything that brings more of that team color stuff to it. So
I've seen some mock-ups of it, and it looks pretty sweet.
Nice.
It's the guy that you suggested, Vic. He's
really? Okay, because you said one name, but I didn't know if it was him, because he was like Shao Bear or something.
Poo Bear or something. I don't know.
Cool. Well, I'm really happy that worked out. I just saw the guy's stuff. I don't know. I was just googling for something, and found him, and was like, oh wow, it's the same guy who does the. If any of you guys out there have seen the StarCraft to scale drawings, those used to be posted to Reddit maybe a year or two ago. That were
I
popular.
All the flagships or everything, like all the ships and stuff.
Yeah,
to scale.
like the enormous files you'd have to download and zoom in on.
Like the Protoss mothership's just the biggest thing ever.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, exactly. Or the Leviathan, or whatever from Zerg. All right, so we do see a Twilight Council come up here for Scuttlebug. I suppose we should try to talk about the game occasionally. Both players are going ahead and taking that in-base mineral only expansion.
Wow.
So
Now, here's my thought. The Terran can lift off his command center whenever he feels like it and move to the actual natural with gas, but the Protoss got stuck taking the mineral. So what do you think about the Protoss taking the mineral only as opposed to trying to secure the natural?
I think you raised a really good point there. I think we should allow for the Nexus to be lifted off.
that theory craft, yo.
But seriously though, that's a really good point because Jams, like I really like that play from Jams because he's getting workers and he's getting extra minerals now, and as soon as he has siege mode, he can go and get gas, and he has all the minerals he needs to saturate.
Yeah, makes sense. Pretty smart play, I suppose. The one thing is that I feel that Terran generally needs a little bit more gas in the early game, especially if he's going to be going for the siege tank play. I feel like if he's going to go for the in-base mineral only, vultures might have served him better. Just because he could have gotten out more vultures this way, whereas Protoss generally isn't going to be as gas heavy in the early game against Terran.
But it doesn't seem that Jams thought he was as brilliant as we did because he's not moving the command center down, he's actually building a third, so he's just gonna, like you said, get a lot of extra minerals. And he's really scared of Reavers, like he has a missile turret and a siege tank in every base right now. And Scuttlebug is going for really fast Templars, which is kind of weird. Really, it's really fast Warp Gate tech.
Oh wow.
Warp Gate? What's a Warp Gate? I forgot what that was!
We might have some sweet warp-ins in this big dead space in the main.
It would be so cool to see him like drop a robo and get a warp prism, just warping zealots everywhere.
Yeah. Now, we do see Jams has built a pretty nice economy here. He does have a nice worker lead, 45 to 32, so he is ahead of Scuttlebug with that macro, and is getting a nice supply lead as well. And Scuttlebug not taking that third. Generally, you want to start expanding here pretty quickly as a Protoss player. Okay, we do see the third, but Jam's third is already finishing up. And being even or behind your Terran opponent is never that great as a Protoss player.
So we have mines finishing up for Jams, and as a Protoss player, I have determined that mines are really, really good, especially when you don't have detection. And sadly, Scuttlebug has no form of detection quite yet, so I'm hoping he gets a robo or even at least a photon cannon somewhere, just so he can not lose to mines, because mines are really, really good.
Yeah.
I think Scuttlebug is a very SE2 player. He's adding Stalkers with duality charge. Now, I'm not saying Stalkers are bad versus Terran because they're clearly not, but at this stage, in this composition he's going for, that might not be the strongest play because Stalkers are more like you want to get a good group much earlier and try and do some harass and try and get ahead that way instead of going for the macro game Stalkers, which are going to be very different.
Well, there is a very nice ridge with the debris that if he gets to high ground vision, you can just blink up there, blink over to debris, and just run in and kill everything. So
we actually have a vulture drop coming in here for Jams, boosting on over to the Protoss base. Okay, we do have the warp gates coming up now, and this is really interesting. He's going to be going for a stalker heavy play, I would assume, not being able to produce those dragoons at the warp gates. But here come the vultures coming into the main base of the Protoss player. See how many kills they can get.
He's gonna warp in some. Oh, he's warping in at his natural. That's really bad. He wasn't discovering what's happening until now.
Alright, 11 probes already killed. And gonna plant some mines down here. Big mine hit takes off the shields and a lot of health on the zealots.
Oh, those 4 mines right there.
Yeah, those are scary right there.
Oh,
And James
nice.
should be able to. Okay, that was a nice.
That was a pretty
stack.
nice zealot separate to get rid of the mines. Only one of them actually died too.
Yeah, so not too bad for Scuttlebug, but he did lose a lot of workers, and that's really where the loss is there. 11 probes killed to 2 SEVs right now. And Jams, is getting that natural saturated is what I'm looking for. And Scuttlebug, oh no, a lot of probes at the natural. Okay, now they're going to go ahead and start mining there.
That's a lot.
But
of
now the front
vultures
door is kind of
moving
open,
on,
and
yeah.
these vultures could swing in here.
Well, I
Scuttlebug's
just
got to get
realized
his army back, the front.
I just realized
The only-
Scuttlebug doesn't have any Chidarian crystals on any of his nexuses.
Oh wow. I wonder if he's
Yeah,
played
he's-
Starbow before.
Yeah, he's playing very SE2-esque. He's kind of figuring out the game as it goes along. How
Got
he
the double
feels. But
forge going.
the thing he's got going for him though is he's actually a lot better actually spending his resources. Jams has got a lot of minerals stacked up compared to his opponent.
And you have a pretty decent army moving out, but there's a lot of vultures and mines in the way.
Getting some nice mine drags though. Oh no, no, the army was on move command.
See, mines are really good. I told you so.
Yeah, observers are good too. Oh, double tank drop! Oh, so sick. Jams. I love Jams. Sorry, I play against him a lot, so he's like my buddy. And this is a really nice position for these tanks. Not a whole lot that Scuttlebug could do, although he could try to get blinking up there. But he's going to go for the counter aggression. And actually, there's only a couple of tanks here at the front.
And
Just not enough
it'll
forces,
be enough
though.
to hold. Well, he has a lot of. That's a lot of storm. He has like 4 or 5 storms in there.
But there's
Yeah,
just not going to be
that's-
anything left
Oh,
in the
those
end,
are
I don't think.
great storms. Pretty much takes out all the tanks. There's only a few vultures left, and this proxy pylon warping in reinforcements.
That SC2 style might be working out for him here in a little bit, but the Stalkers are just so bad against mech.
And looking at, Scuttlebug is losing all his workers there in his
Oh,
mech.
geez, look at these vultures. They have so many kills apiece. I don't want to know how many probes have been killed this game.
35.
That's a lot.
That's pretty rough. Yeah, Scuttlebug's down to 11 probes. He really has to like win the game with his tiny force. I just don't think it's going to happen for him. The SCVs are enough to kill the Stalkers, because Stalkers have 120 health.
Oh, the
Oh,
SUVs are gonna come out and kill the proxy. No, okay, never mind.
That would be
I
pretty
just looked at
impressive,
supply.
though.
We have a 98 supply to 12.
Yeah, these Vultures alone, they're going to
Vultures
be
are
able to
really
take
good.
down these cannons. And these tanks just continue to shell away at the third here.
And there's a GGG from the Shuttlebug. Or Scuttlebug.
Jams takes game number 1.
Alright, just FYI here, we got 2 people saying